All right, welcome back to the Calling here in Cincinnati. Andy Joseph, joined by Rob Seigel again. We're about to comment on a win and in situation for the top 8 of this
Ooh,
draft tournament here. Super excited to check this one out. Rob, you ready to check this game out and see what goes down?
I'm ready, Andy.
All right,
Let's
let's
get
head
it. This is
over.
a big game. Big
Big
game.
game. This is a matchup I love to see as well. We've got John Blevins, who's currently 10-3, and Rylie Groff, who we commentated on earlier, also 10-3. A Lexi versus Briar matchup. I think this is going to be quite aggressive. And speaking of aggression, we're going to see John started off with a fused Arcanic Shockwave coming in for an Arcane and 2 physical damage to start off the first turn of the game here.
Yeah, I think this is solid. If you're going first here is John on Briar. You're gonna get a Pippa Arcane. You'll get that embodiment of Earth token, which is gonna help you on the next turn there, and then you strip at least one card from the hand.
Right.
Set up
Yeah.
your arsenal.
Starting with the embodiment token is just such a good feeling, right? You're setting yourself up. It makes going first not feel as bad. And I think in an aggressive matchup like this, going first is actually pretty darn good. We are going to see this
Fulminate.
Ice Quake.
Oh, it's a Ice Quake foil.
Yeah.
The foils are so beautiful in this set, right? Like
They are
just
in
pop.
general. Yeah, I think the foils in Flesh and Blood are gorgeous. Like, they're just so nice. Even the rainbow foils and the cold foils extra special as well. Ice Quake into a Buzz Bolt yellow. Does look like we're going to come in for 5 damage total off of the pump from the Ice Quake. I don't believe there was a fusion on the Buzz Bolt, but not sure if Rylie chose to dominate there. We'll see how John chooses to defend.
Yeah, Riley's really going to capitalize if can really push a little bit of damage, chip damage away, but keep continuous Frostbite tokens under Briar's control, slowing Briar down.
Yeah, that's probably the game plan, right? Get as many Frostbites as possible so that Briar player can't go wide and get to that inevitable Rosetta Thorn. We are going to see a block from Heaven's Claws yellow here from John.
Thinking about Mark of Lightning, if he activates Mark of Lightning here, it's going to do an extra damage, I believe, from Buzzbolt. It may be a Frazzle if it would deal damage.
No, it's on hit.
Okay,
deals an
cool.
extra
So
damage
no
on
Mark of
Buzzbolt.
Lightning here.
No Mark of Lightning, but we are going to see the Frostbite because some damage did leak through.
Yeah, Frostbite's solid here. 3 comes through. It's going to go down to 17. Keeping those Frostbites going, that's what's going to win. That's what's going to get Lexi to win. We'll see. Briar just definitely can keep pumping out massive amounts of damage if left with 4 and 5 card hands.
We got the early So Tomorrow here, red. Don't know if we have a target with So Tomorrow. It's an Earth or Elemental card.
Yeah, I'll put back Arcanic Shockwave on the bottom. Just pitch in a yellow Burgeoning to also pay for that Frostbite. But this is great because he's going to draw a card, refill his hand here. He's going to have 3 in hand to just maybe come in with some heat.
Yeah, the draw from Arsenal, me and Tana were talking about it earlier. Love those cards. So Tomorrow, Polar Blast. It's just like, it's such a good feeling to replace the card from the Arsenal. Set yourself up for a potent turn, you know?
Absolutely, Andy, and I think So Tomorrow's already on the table, so it's going to turn the weapon on. If John can give the next attack go again to then come in with the Rosetta Thorn, it'll be 2 and 2.
Yep. So we got the Cracker Jack's activation to deal an extra damage. So Singeing Steel Blade is going to deal 2 off the Arcane now, as well as 3 damage coming in physical.
Just 1 Pippa Arcane, 4 physical. Cracker Jacks does a +1 to the attack.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so +1 to the attack, so it will just be 4 physical attack.
Yeah, which is still 2 cards, though. It's I think that was the right play there to kind of slow down Rylie. Otherwise, that 1 damage is going to leak in. You're going to get another. You're going to get another embodiment of Earth token. Smart play from John. I mean, not Rylie. Riley's got to think about the blocks.
Yeah, pitching the red Bramble Spark does seem like John wants to set himself up for a little bit of an endgame plan. We do see another embodiment of Earth token here, so there was some damage that got through. Sutcliffe, Swathe, Hides could have been activated there to gain go again, but I don't think John at this point really wants to get that going. So we have the Frostbite token being given to John here from Riley's activation of Lexi's ability, and a Honing Hood as well, so we're going to swap out that Arsenal. And put something else there.
That frostbite token's solid. You keep those frostbites up, you know, you can come in with some action. The Honing Hood gets Lightning Surge into Arsenal. If it's played from Arsenal, it'll gain go again. 0 for 4. Always good.
Yeah, solid use of the activation from Honing Hood there. So we get the benefit from Lexi's ability, and then swapping out the Entwine Lightning, or Lightning Surge rather, so that we can get go again from the Arsenal. Just beautiful play. Fun little interaction there, and must feel good for Rylie here, stringing together some nice wide attacks.
John might be, John, see if we can get some value. Okay, so that's going to be a block for 4, I believe.
The foil tome.
Yeah, foil tome, another Mark Poole, beautiful art.
Yeah, I love that card. The art is beautiful on that one.
Thanks for coming to our game, Mark. From you know, he's done a lot of stuff for other TCGs that are pretty prominent in the past. Now we get some action in Flesh and Blood.
Yeah, the art is beautiful in this game, and in this set in particular, I think is just absolutely amazing. Last 2 sets, Monarch and Tales of Aria, have been just incredible looking. Keeps getting better all the time. Love it. We do have a Fused Frazzle coming in from the Arsenal here as well.
Frazzle's going to come in for 4, right? Yellow Frazzle?
Yeah, going to come in for 4, and there's going to be an extra damage if it does hit.
Maybe it was +1 from the Shiver, so probably 5 because
Yeah,
it didn't have Dominate.
I think we see a full block there for John.
2 Frostbite tokens, interesting. I mean, you block up, swing the weapon if you have a blue in hand.
Yeah.
And pass. So he's just going to have to pass.
Let those Frostbites melt away. Sometimes that's the best thing to do. Draw up and let your opponent take another turn.
Right.
We do see Rylie has an Overflex in his hand. Not sure what color that is, but very powerful card for going tall with Lexi. Heaven's Claws from Arsenal, I believe that was flipped to give go again to this attack. So we're going to be coming in for 3 damage here.
3 go again. Heaven's Claws given itself go again is always solid from Lexi, you know, especially after you had a fuse with it for that Frazzle last play.
Yeah. We've got the floating resource, so now Rylie deciding if he wants to be able to play this Overflex and pump the next attack, or if he's just going to go ahead and save that for another turn. Deciding what he wants to do with his resources here.
Yeah, I think, you know, that's an interesting situation you're at. You know, this could be a pivotal point. You know, are you continuing trying to put pressure? Are you trying to get damage in with the Overflex? Do you just try to get an arrow through, maybe try to create a Frostbite token again?
We just have a yellow Buzzbolt being played here from the Arsenal. 1 floating resource. Again, not sure what Rylie chose as far as
probably +1, right?
Dominate or +1, but I would assume a +1, right? So the yellow one is going to be coming in for 5 here. Try and grab another couple cards out of John's hand. Both players at 17 life total, though. Pretty healthy. If John wants to have an actual turn this time, maybe considering taking a little bit more damage here.
I think if you can chip some damage in where you can as Lexi, then you really just put Briar in a corner. But Briar's going to have an answer here for this.
Yeah, there's the Sigil. So we're going to see 3 blocked, as well as the Sigil of Suffering coming in to deal an arcane damage and block out the attack for 5 total.
This is smart from John. Really just wait till you have a massive turn where you can just take damage, leave Rylie, the Lexi player, with a hand that's not as potent, maybe an off turn, where you can just take just damage, not major on-hit effects, and you come in with 5 cards.
Yeah, looks like we've got the Electrify coming out now. I believe was Arsenal from John last turn, so we're going to pay for that and draw a card.
Again, this is a winning in for top 8. Guaranteed gold foil on the line.
Yeah, it's a big prize, man. Must feel good to get one of those.
Oh, absolutely. And a PTI. So, player's going to activate Ragamuffin's hat, draw a card, then put a card from your hand on top or bottom of the deck.
Yeah, with 1 card in hand, this is looking like John trying to find something to do with his turn. We've seen this result in just a Rosetta Thorn, unfortunately, before. But Electrify from Arsenal trying to dig for something.
If you can get a zero cost attack here, something like Lightning Surge or something, then you can give it go again with the Suckcliffe Suede Hides.
Yeah.
So looks like you're going to play a Flicker Wisp, dealing 2 arcane damage. It's not fused, so It will deal 1 arcane damage.
Yeah, this is a very powerful card.
Creating the embodiment of lightning. I actually like just keeping Flicker Wisp. Oh, and I believe John just realized that the Electrify doesn't kick in with the Flicker Wisp here. Flicker Wisp is a non-attack action.
Right.
Does not trigger Electrify.
But
He's
it
just going to
will-
come in for 2 damage here.
Yeah, it will turn on Briar, though. Right?
It just,
no,
it just
that's an
creates an
action.
embodiment of lightning.
Right, so we are just going to see
yeah.
the two damage coming from Rosetta.
Is a little unfortunate. Flicker Wisp, I think, is, he's saving an arsenal, but at least he's got an embodiment of lightning for next turn.
Yeah.
Could string a couple attacks together. One would go again.
Yeah, do you think Riley's trying to exploit that a couple turns where he's had the tempo now and just get something really big going here?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if you're Rylie, you're in the driver's seat. John did do a great job at keeping the life total high, so that if he does have to take a big hit here, he can afford to. I think without an arsenal, though, I think John, you just kind of want to block up. That embodiment of lightning is just going to sit on the field until he has another attack to play. You can just keep swinging the weapon. It will not break or trigger that embodiment of lightning.
Right. Let me see. I think Rylie considering what he wants to do after this yellow overflex. So next arrow attack's going to gain +3. So we're going to load what looks like a Dazzling Crescendo into the arsenal, which attacks are 0. 2 floating. We're going to fuse it, giving it go again. So we've got a blue.
5 go again, right?
This is 5 go again off of the overflex.
Probably loaded it in with the reload, unless does he have one more card? Otherwise, it's probably just +1.
Yeah, he does have one more card.
Oh, yeah, the other card is Shock Striker, what he revealed, right?
Yeah,
And
so he's got that
come
revealed.
In with Shock Striker.
Yeah, he's got one more resource to pay for that.
Yeah, so it looks like our player here is choosing. I think we're looking at 5 go again. Then you're going to come in with Blue Shock Striker for 3, just trying to put pressure.
Yeah,
on the hand of Briar.
Absolutely, and sometimes you just have these turns where you draw your blues, right, and you're attacking with less than ideal cards, kind of weaker cards, and you're pumping up these, what you wish were reds, I'm sure, with Lexi especially, but just chipping in for some damage isn't the worst thing in the world. Trying to get there, trying to deal enough damage to get in that lethal zone, especially for Lexi, who wants to pump up an arrow and get a big dominated attack. That's how you close out the game for that hero. And John, I'm sure, trying to get in that danger zone to get the arcane damage in that Rylie won't be able to block and take the game for the win and in right now.
This is dangerous play from John here. Must have a nice hand to go wide and threaten the pivot turn, to take tempo over, because John is taking damage. Just took 5. Going to take a snapshot here. There was another card in hand. It was snapshot.
Yeah.
Snapshot is fused. Will allow him to activate the bow again, which we know it's shock striker, and we don't have go again. So this is just going to be 3 or 4 coming in.
Yep.
Probably 4 if probably 4 here.
John's going to take all of it here.
Yeah.
So he must have a turn ready to go here.
Yeah.
Try and even the score here on the health totals a little bit.
Great capitalization from Lexi. Really, it's a good turn there because Lexi got in all that damage on a turn where John just has 4 cards in hand, not 4+1 in arsenal. So excellent, opportune time from Rylie to get in 9 damage last turn.
Now we have a Fuse Arcanic Shockwave, which is going to deal an arcane damage to Rylie off of an Electrify, which also has go again. It's a yellow, so it's dealing 3 damage physical as well.
Rylie just needs to block up here, not let Electrify trigger. We'll have go again. Also,
the Electrify was used to fuse.
Oh, okay, so it's not on the table.
Right.
Interesting.
Might see the combat chain close to play Electrify next into an attack into a Thorn if the resources are there for John.
Yeah, you could technically just, because the attack's already got go again, you could just play a non-attack action, then swing the thorn, but
Right.
you don't get max value out of that.
Yeah.
You need to follow up Electrify with with another attack, or maybe just Arsenal it for next turn.
Yeah.
An Amulet would be great here. You know, an Amulet would be nice. You know, you play an Amulet, let it sit on the field like Amulet of Lightning, and then you pitch a card, and then you just come in for 2 and 2. Arsenal the Electrify. Not sure what the turn's looking like. Riley's got a full hand of 4 cards.
Yeah.
We see a Ball Lightning in there. Mark of Lightning still on the table. That's guaranteed 2 damage getting through.
Yellow Evergreen coming in for 6 damage now off the go again. No natural go again on this, but potentially seeing another pitch to pop Sutcliffe and get in with the Rosetta Thorn.
Needs to have played a non-attack action to
Oh, right.
to
we
activate
didn't see it on attack.
Sutcliffe. Yeah. I think here if you're Riley, you just take this damage, you go to 3, and then you go for the throat with a 5-card hand next turn.
Yeah, that's just a really, really strong hand to have going into the next one. So we don't. He's also got a card in the arsenal too. This is just potentially an incredible swing from Riley here.
He's gonna play it safe. The opponent does have 2 embodiments, so I think that's the right play. Just come in with this Ball Lightning. Just chip in 2 damage. We'll see what's in his arsenal. He's gonna play Red Weave Lightning. This is gonna come in for 5, I believe.
Yeah, that's 5, an extra 1 on hit.
5 go again. Something really good would be Lightning Surge out of Arsenal after this.
Yeah, or even just a 0-costed arrow, right? Like a Dazzling Crescendo or something else just to get in some extra damage at the end.
Yes. 0 for 4 Dazzling Crescendo. That still has the buff of Ball Lightning since he didn't break the chain. Would be sweet, like you said.
Absolutely.
With Mark of Lightning on the table, this is guaranteed threatening at least 2 damage here. If John blocks from hand, Mark of Lightning can be used, which is effectively like Reprise, which we saw from Dorinthia earlier.
Yeah.
In our recap of our live coverage of the Pro Quest going on currently as well.
Yeah, which is great to be having that at the same time here. So all players at the Calling are experiencing different types of play and formats. It's great for everyone who wanted to come here and play all sorts of flesh and blood games.
Absolutely. John's checking Mark of Lightning again because it's scary when you're staring down a Ball Lightning for 5 and the opponent has Mark of Lightning on the table, right? Opponent just takes 6, takes 5 plus 1, takes 6, goes to 2. John has a 5-card hand here. This could be the deciding factor of our winning in round 14 Tales of Aria booster draft game.
Yeah, I think if John isn't able to take it here, he's at 2 life. He's in the real danger zone of a dominated arrow right now. That's literally exactly where you want to be if you're Riley. 2 life, dominated 5-arrow attack or more that can only be blocked with 1 card and save you there. Electrify being played here for John, though.
Also, with Mark of Lightning still on the table, Riley, all Riley has to do is draw a Ball Lightning, play it, and that's game.
Yeah.
Has to live, though, and not die to something like Sigil of Suffering from Arsenal on Riley's own turn.
Yeah, Sigil's always something you got to be scared of, huh?
What are we seeing here? We're seeing embodiment made. We got Weave Lightning, yellow. Next attack, next lightning or elemental attack, we'll get +2.
Ooh.
This is not a lightning or elemental attack.
Right.
This is 1 pip of arcane, 4 physical go again. The weapon is on. If it does hit, it will deal 2 damage from Electrify.
Right.
Getting, if this attack hits, he'll get 2 more embodiment of Earth tokens.
So the Weave Lightning most likely used there to turn on Rosetta Thorn.
Yeah, and to give go again, right?
Yeah, to gain go again. That's what I meant. So you get the embodiment of Lightning token so that your Rune Blade attack can be then
Rites of Lightning.
Powerful.
This will get the buff of Weave Lightning.
Yeah.
This will be coming in for 5. It is fused. It will deal 1 arcane damage, and it will have go again. This is a solid play here.
There's a huge turn for John here. This is how he's got to get himself back in this game. Dump the hand off of Riley here so that he can gain tempo and hopefully aim to close it out and get in the top 8 here at the Calling in Cincinnati. Huge.
I think this may be it. This may be the writing on the wall. This is going to be 5 plus 2. He has to be able to block this 5. Has to be able to block this 5. He has to give. Rylie has 5 block in hand. Has to give these out now, because this is 3 plus 2 coming in. If it hits, it'll deal 2 more damage from the electrify. It does have go again, so we are coming in for 2 and 2, which is 4.
Absolutely huge turn from John Blevins here. You know, very risky, taking 2 turns in a row, just taking damage straight to the face. But you can see he carefully calculated these turns that he knew that he had close to, if not lethal, on this one here. So very, very well played, putting himself in that danger zone like we talked about.
Oh, no, that's going to be game. Rylie has to double block this. Oh, no, the Weave Lightning was not caught. They didn't catch Weave Lightning's buff.
Onto the rights of Lightning.
Onto the rights of Lightning.
They may have applied it to the Rune Blade attack by accident. So that's why we saw the double block on that.
Yeah.
We may have seen the double block on the rights because they thought that the buff from the Weave Lightning was going on that attack.
Yeah.
So we do see the double block here coming in for the Rosetta instead.
Wow.
So very interesting miss on that end for the arcane damage coming in.
That's okay. John does strip all of the cards from Rylie's hand. John will be able to go back into his turn with 4 cards. Still has Sutcliffe Suede Hides. We need to see something like Weave Earth. Then just attack that has go again, or can give go again, or just attack that's low cost, and you can bust the Sutcliffe Suede Hides to give it go again, and then come in for 2 and 2. Arcane damage is going to be key. It's going to be prioritized here from John, the Briar player, as Rylie has no way to stop arcane damage.
Absolutely. Yeah, arcane damage has just been so powerful over this weekend, this limited format in general. It's what we've been talking about. It's why a lot of players yesterday in sealed pools honestly forced it. It's easy enough if you have a mediocre pool to go far with Briar, but in draft, you really can get this bonkers deck going. Along with Lexi, every hero is super viable in draft, which makes this limited format really fun to draft. And, you know, we're going to see if Rylie can close out the game here, get a dominated arrow potentially in for 2 here, close it out. Needs a red arrow, potentially buffed. Doesn't look like we have a buff. I don't know if we have a red arrow. I think it's a red frazzle.
Yeah, and he also looks like a buzz bolt there too. Yeah, I think John just needs to strip the hand again and potentially deal some arcane. Needs a non-attack action. Has to have a non-attack action. You play a non-attack action. You play that Singeing Steel Blade. Yeah, you play Electrify, Singeing Steel Blade. Then you bust. Oh no, and then you bust the Sutcliffe Suede Hides. You keep Explosive Growth in hand. Okay, Shock Striker
coming in for 5. Yeah, there could have been a chain there, right? Like we could have seen a non-attack, an attack, Sutcliffe's into the Rosetta.
Yeah, it needed to be Electrify, Shock Striker, crack Sutcliffe Suede Hides, and then come in for 2 and 2 with the weapon.
We are seeing 2 very powerful arrows being used to block here from Rylie, though. Don't know what's in the arsenal.
This is dangerous for John with Mark of Lightning still happening. Is that Ball Lightning?
No, Shock Striker from the arsenal.
Okay, Shock Striker.
Paying for it with another Shock Striker 2 available. So this is coming in for 3, and then we've got Mark of Lightning still good to go. Can ping for that 1, get in the danger zone even further. Wow, we see 2 Bramble Sparks, an Arcanic Shockwave, and another Singeing Steel Blade in hand for John. Very powerful hand.
Oh, this could be, this is, Shock Striker's coming in for 3. This is a block. Mark of Lightning will happen. John will go to 1. Oh, he doesn't do Mark of Lightning.
Well, so he could have Mark of Lightning then activated Shock Striker because it technically hit from the mark, or is that not how that works?
No. Hit
Mark
would be combat.
Have to actually be hit.
This is going to be, I think, Dominated Frazzle.
I think that's Dominated Frazzle.
I think this is Dominated Frazzle for 5. Doesn't have Embodiment of Earths to buff his non-attacks. He's looking around in his hand, trying to see if there's a Summerwood shelter, and that's going to be GG's.
That's going to be game. So we will have Rylie Groff advance into the top 8, a win and in situation here. Very exciting match. And we're going to be getting soon into the top 8 to show you guys this very, very high level of Flesh and Blood gameplay. We're going to take a quick break. And then we're going to hop back into the Pro Quest for some more constructed gameplay.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about more constructed here. Check out the meta post-chain, if you will. And so don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a few minutes. And, yeah, we'll be right back.